Apple just announced the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro, and you might be asking yourself, what exactly is the difference between the two? Should I be spending the money to get the iPhone 15 Pro or the Pro Max, or can I get by with the iPhone 15 just on its own? And truth be told, these are questions that I've been asking myself ever since they announced the phones yesterday. I have a iPhone 13 Pro. I did not upgrade to the iPhone 14. And so I'm asking myself these questions like, do I need to get the Pro for the 15, or can I just do like a regular 15, or can I just get by on the iPhone 13 Pro as is? Well, I'm gonna help you answer all those questions in today's video. And let's get started with this. The iPhone 15 has a new camera, what they're calling a new design. It's really not a new design at all. There's new colors. The cool thing is that Dynamic Island comes to iPhone 15. So before, if you want a Dynamic Island, you had to get the Pro for the iPhone 14. Now Dynamic Island comes to the iPhone 15 base. So every single model of the iPhone 15, from the iPhone 15 to the 15 Plus to the Pro to the Pro Max, will all have Dynamic Island. You're also getting USB-C on all the iPhones, okay? So there's not gonna be a big difference between the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro as far as USB-C goes, except for data transfers, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But you'll be able to charge your iPhone using the same cable that you can charge your iPad with, that you can charge your MacBook with. So these are very cool features to have, less cable clutter, right? The iPhone 15 comes in both 6.1 inches and 6.7 inches for the iPhone 15 Plus, and they come in 5 different colors. You have pink, yellow, green, blue, and black. And truly, the only one that really sticks out to me is that black one and the pink one. The pink one is pretty cool, but the yellow, green, and blue are so muted in my opinion. I wish they were like more contrasty. I wish there was more saturation to these colors, sort of like this green right here. That would be super cool to have an iPhone like this color, right? This green to me is a little, green's my favorite color. I would rock this if this was darker, but it is what it is. But as far as the design of it goes, everything is pretty much the exact same as the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 13 before. Now you do get an improved camera, and this to me is the biggest selling point, is that you get an all new 48 megapixel main camera on the iPhone 15 stock. Last year, the 48 megapixel was only reserved for the iPhone 14 Pro. So now the 48 megapixel comes to the main phones, to the base phones that you can get for the cheapest price. You have a 2x telephoto. You also have up to 4 times resolution to capture incredible detail. The other big win that comes to the iPhone 15 is the fact that you can shift the focus after the fact that you take the photo. So you don't even have to take the photo in portrait mode. You can actually go back and change it to portrait mode after the fact, right? So if you take a regular photo, but you decide later on, hey, you know what, I wanna differentiate the foreground from the background, the subject from the background, if you will, right? Like I want the background to be a little bit more blurry. I want the person to be more in focus, or I have 2 people in the photo and I want the back person to be less focus, or I want the person in front to be out of focus and the person in the back to be in focus. All of that crazy creative stuff you can actually do after the fact that you take the photo, and it doesn't even have to be in portrait mode. You get the 2x telephoto, so you can frame the photo however you want, and it supports up to 20 hours of battery life on the iPhone 15 and 26 hours of battery life on the iPhone 15 Plus. And now let's go back to the fact that these iPhones are now USB-C compatible. And like the downside to the iPhone 15, and to me really one of the only downsides of the iPhone 15, is that the transfer speed from USB-C will be limited to USB 2.0 speeds. So it'll be no faster than what it was through the Lightning port that Apple had before. If you want to unlock the faster speeds that USB-C is known for, you have to upgrade to the iPhone 15 Pro, a move that I think is totally bogus and that I'm not on board for at all whatsoever. And they don't limit these things for the iPads, they don't limit these things for the MacBooks, but they're limiting them for the iPhone. So that's the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 Pro has some changes as well. First off, the iPhone 15 Pro has a brand new casing in this titanium casing. That's going to make it lighter, that's going to make it more durable. It also has a brand new button. This new button removes the mute button that you can toggle on and off, and instead will become an action button, very similar to what you have on the Apple Watch Ultra. You can press it once and have it go into silent mode, so basically your mute on and off button. Change your focus, and turn on the camera, turn on the flashlight, record a voice memo, do translate real quick, so if you're traveling and you need to speak to someone about something, you just press that button, talk into it, and then it'll translate for you. Magnifier, you can get access to the shortcuts and access to accessibility options. Aside from that, the iPhone 15 Pro comes in 4 different colors. It's both in the 6.1 and 6.7 sizes. Again, the Pro Max would be in the 6.7 size. You have this natural titanium color, which I think is really nice. This blue titanium color, which I also think is really nice. This white titanium color, and black titanium color. I personally would go either with the natural or the blue if I were to choose this phone as opposed to the regular iPhone 15. It does look just that much nicer in my opinion. And I think this would be a beautiful thing to have, which would then be ruined with whatever case you choose to put in front of it. Because I gotta put a case on my phones because I ruin them all the time. You have multiple focal lengths on the iPhone 15 Pro. They compare it to having 7 Pro lenses in your pocket. So you can start from all the way back here, zoom in a little bit more, zoom in a little bit more. All of these great shots from one central location where you're filming, right? So instead of changing lenses on a camera, you can just press a button and just keep zooming, 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 zooming without really losing that quality, all being in a central location, which is very, very cool. So again, the iPhone 15 Pro is the only option if you want to have that faster transfer speed from USB-C. You could transfer files up to 20 times faster using the iPhone 15 Pro version of the USB-C connection as opposed to the iPhone 15 version of the USB-C connection. And there's a lot more features, minuscule ones that I won't go into detail, but the magic question is, do all these Pro features add up to $200 worth of features? Because that is the price difference between the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro. If you were to get the 6.1-inch iPhone 15, the 128GB version, it starts at $799. If you were to get the iPhone 15 Pro with the same specs, now you're paying $999. So what are you getting for $999? Well, you're getting a couple things, right? You're getting a third lens. You're getting a screen that has 120 Hz refresh rate. You're getting the USB-C faster connectivity with the data transfers. You're getting the faster A17 chip. You're getting the titanium casing. You're getting more focal lengths in your cameras, and you're getting a longer battery life. Now, if that's worth $200 to you, then absolutely, I think that's the move that you should make. I had this existential crisis when I purchased my iPhone 13 Pro. I didn't know if I should get the iPhone 13 regular or get the Pro or get the Pro Max. I ended up getting the 256GB iPhone 13 Pro, and it has been a great decision. That phone still works beautifully to this day. The battery has degraded down to 85%, but that's just because I use it a lot and I'm not very good at charging it. But it's been a great phone for me for filming, for taking fantastic photos, for all the things that I need an iPhone to do. And mainly when I think about it, the biggest selling points, at least for me, are the cameras, battery life, and just overall usability. I use my phone more as a camera than anything else. Yes, I use it to make phone calls and send text messages and surf the web and watch YouTube. That's pretty much all I do on my phone. I'm not gaming on my phone, I'm not writing documents on my phone, and I'm definitely not taking spatial video for me to use in the Vision Pro. I made an entire video of how I'm not excited about the Vision Pro at all. It is definitely not a product for me. So if you're kind of like me and you feel like you just need a phone to have a phone to take great photos, to take great video, and to do everyday tasks like watch videos and, you know, use it for school or emails or anything like that, then I think the iPhone 15 Basic is the one for you. But everyone's going to be attracted to the bigger and better and nicer looking one, the titanium ones, the ones with the really cool colors. The iPhone 15 colors are kind of muted, but the 15 Pro titanium colors are absolutely beautiful. So visually, there's a stark difference. Having the 3 lenses is always nicer than the 2, but if I'm being very honest with you, never really used the 3rd lens on my phone. More using the ultra wide and the regular. And there is a 2x telephoto available on the iPhone 15, which for me should be more than enough. But what do you think about the iPhone 15s? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're gonna get one and pre-order one, let me know which one you're gonna get and why. Until then, my name is Amir, this is Arc Overload, and I'll see you next time.